with a speech titled Go Back. Go Back, Nuha Khizer Khan.
Rohit! Rohit! Where are you? Come back, my son! Please, come back! Dear Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you could relate to this old lady desperately calling her son? In fact, all of us have lived through this as children. But some grown-ups in this hall and many more in this world are still living through it. Having elderly mothers who are waiting, worrying, and calling for her children to be back with her. Back then, you were a child. Your mother was young and capable. She could run, grab, pick you in her arms, and tend to all your needs with love and affection. Today, her love and care is still the same, but she is old, feeble, and fragile. Back then, you needed her. Today, she needs you, but can't run, grab, pick, and bring you home. Back then, you were her heart, her life, and you still are. But what has changed is the child in you, whose priorities are so different. When children grow up, they travel for jobs, studies, and often start to settle and don't come back. Far away from their parents, and at times too far away to hear their mother's calling when she needs you. So far, this seems to be natural, practical, and acceptable in the modern world. In our part of the world, girls once married off live away from their parents, and often a male child settles along with the parents. To me, as a youngster, this was partially acceptable. But my thoughts have changed after going through a real-life incident. Our family friends, Mr. and Mrs. Khanna, retired, well-off, and proud of their only son, Rohit, working in America. Mrs. Khanna was partially paralyzed and almost bedridden since 2 years. Mr. Khanna was by her side 24/7, from bringing her bed tea till putting her to sleep at night. They were a happy company. Their domestic help was part-time. March 10th, 2018, a normal Saturday morning for all in India, except for the Khanna couple. Mrs. Khanna woke up at 6 in the morning and couldn't see her husband. She tried calling for him with her paralyzed tongue. Hello, hello, hello. Getting no reply for a long time, she forced herself to slide down the bed and crawled her way to the couch where her husband was sleeping. She panicked, felt his cold hands, and went through the worst nightmare she ever could. She kept calling and tapping him, but no response. She crawled to the side table, but couldn't reach the phone. Lying on the floor, all she could do was call for help. Hello, 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 hello. The neighbors woke up by noon. They didn't see Khanna uncle. So, out of curiosity, they came and knocked at the door. They didn't get any response for a long time, so they forced the door open. To their absolute shock, the Khanna couple was dead. The neighbors informed Rohit in the US, but got another shock. Rohit did not come back and asked an NGO to do the last rites. Countless times, the mother would have called, cried, missing Rohit. Countless times, the father, the brave father, would have held his tears at the plight of his paralyzed wife. They didn't cry, demand, or trouble him for attention, and sacrificed all they had happily for their child. But do they deserve what they got in return? Do today's elderly parents deserve to live or die alone as a reward for making their child literate and successful? Parents live through trauma with smiling faces for their children. But how long will we children be children? How long will our dreams cause nightmares to our parents? As Tia Walker said, to care for those who cared for us is one of the highest honor. So let us change it today. Let us join together, spread this message, and take action to have a better life for our parents. I urge you all to check on your lonely parents before it is too late. If they need you, be with them. And for that, if you have to go back, go back. Back to you.
I am now pleased to honor the contestant for her participation.
Thank you so much.